Hi, this is a Joe Hakun stream. A white man says Black Lives Matter. Forgive me like for my beard. I couldn't find my electric razor. I think I got it in the car, and my wife has the car. But my name is Joe Hakun. Whenever you tune in, I hope whoever watches this, tells many people to view, millions and millions and millions of people to view. It's entitled, A White Man Says Black Lives Matter. This is an appeal to the black community. My name is Joe Hakun. I am a white man. I live in the inner city, born and raised. I now live in a predominantly black neighborhood, and I do believe Black Lives Matter. I have stayed here at my residence believing that I would be able to change the situation in the neighborhood. I am concerned for the inner city. How do we both get involved together? The inner city black community is much maligned by the elite. The elite usually focuses on the negative side of the inner city, not the positive side. For sure, there are negatives in the inner city. I have written about some of them here in this book. I'm writing a book now that will be published, 2 of them maybe. White communities, as well as other ethnic communities, have them also negatives. But there are positives, a lot of positives. The city streets and pavements that I live on are full of trash and bottles and cans. They are thrown there by those who pass by. Even if there was a trash can beside them, one may still throw their trash onto the street, not into the can. Also, the streets department does not collect the trash properly, nor do recyclables. They just whisk away the trash in the recycled cans, sending some of the debris on the street and pavement. Maybe they do not get paid enough. Another thing, street department people do not put trash cans on the street corners. The street department don't. So people drop their trash on the pavements, streets, and in the grass. Street department says they do not push trash cans out. They not put trash cans out because someone will use them for their own trash that they made inside their home. Bad excuse. Very few may do that, and you do, and you, no matter what, still need to do this. Think of that person if a police officer sees them do it. You walk along the street and see that the people who live on them do not care that trash has been left in front of their house. So they leave the trash there and not bother to help out cleaning the mess up themselves. Somebody else did that. Why should I? While I began writing this message down, I had an opportunity to do some mentoring with a young black boy of 13 years old. He got to know me through an incident about 2 weeks later when he hurt his leg. I went over there to help give assistance by sitting him down on the top step that helped relax his leg. Then I went to knock on his door to get his mom and to inform that her son hurt his leg and needed help walking. He had to be lifted and brought to his house. He was helped to his house by his mom and my next door neighbor and good friend Marcus Armstrong. His mom was told by the doctor that he tore his Achilles tendon. Now he and I say hello as he again plays on the block. When he sees me, he says, "Hello, sir." Sometimes he just says hello. He does not need to call me sir, just Joe. The teaching and mentoring moment came when I was shoveling snow in front of my steps out from my house. The lesson was about the difference between just being kind to someone on the street as opposed to turning it into a business proposition opportunity. He asked me if he could help, and I said yes. Then afterward, he asked to be paid for his help. I did give him $3 though for his help, even though I did not need to. He did not ask him to be paid beforehand. I believe he learned the lesson of being kind and neighborly as opposed to being business-minded, even though he could take advantage of that kind of opportunity to make a little money for himself. But be upfront about it to that person. That was a privilege for me. I asked him for a hug, and he was glad to give me one. Another time, this man who did not live on my street began to vomit in front of my next door neighbor's house while he was hanging outside in the passenger side car door. I asked him if he was all right. My neighbor saw me attending to him and went and got him a bottle of water and paper towels. He thanked us both for our help. We in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, have a huge problem with trash that is littered throughout the streets. Excuse me, pavements and grass in the neighborhoods. What we can do as a people is to help each other clean the streets and pavements. We also can bother the streets department to do a much better job of trash collection. We also should tell them to put trash cans on the city corners. These are the city's responsibilities. We as citizens need to hold the city, state, local, and federal governments to an account. Government was created by God himself for the benefit of the people, especially for their protection, not for themselves. There are those politicians who really think that it is for their benefit. We as a people also can be vigilant against crime and be a help to the police. I had three circumstances where wrong was done to me. One was the stealing of two really good trash cans with wheels that were out in front of my house, that hugged my house. In front of my house is a lawn, then a pavement, a street in front of that. People who stole them had to get out of their car, cross a pavement, cross a lawn, and go up to the trash cans that hugged my house. They had to take the two trash cans that hugged my house, go down the lawn, down the pavement to the street, and put them in the building. This took time to do. Obviously, nobody actually saw them do it. Hard to imagine nobody not seeing it being done. It was done in broad daylight. Unless somebody saw them do it, but did not do anything or say anything about it. Oh, let me add. They came back to my house the next day in broad daylight and left trash bags at the top of my lawn that they found in the trash cans that they stole from me. They were mad that they took and stole my really good trash cans with wheels, with trash in them. They came back with the trash. By doing this, they wanted to tell me that I should not have had trash in them, and they stole them. The second one was somebody walked up to my car. Somebody opened my passenger side door of the car, sat in my car on the front passenger's side that hugged the pavement that was towards the houses, opened into the compartment that was between the two front seats, leaving it open, and opened the compartment that was in the middle, in front of the driver and passenger seats, leaving that open. Obviously, wanting to steal what was in them and found nothing. Again, this took time to do. Same thing. Nobody saw anybody walk up to the car, open the car door, go into the car, sit for some time in the car, go throughout the compartments of the car, get out of the car and close the car door, and walk away from the car. Or somebody saw this being done to my car and did not want to say anything for doing it. The third one was when I was coming home from work. 3 black youths jumped me from behind, beat me up, blooded my nose, and robbed me on my iPhone. A black lady walking off the street came up to me, saw me, and called the police. I told her 3 young people did this to me, but the lady told me she saw 4 young men running away. Apparently, one of their friends came and saw what they had done and ran away with them around the corner. There had been a police report signaling to the neighborhood that iPhones were being robbed from people. I did not get the word. I was coming home from work. The barber shop in the corner of my street embraced themselves for that crime. Barbershop tenants were black. They were aware of a white person walking around with a hoodie on his head. It was wintertime. They were looking out for him, but not for the others that were black. These 3 black youths who were walking behind me, they did not pay attention to. I walked in front of that barbershop and its big window along with the 3 black men behind me. I had that iPhone in my ear, not knowing that they were behind me. Since that barbershop was aware of and looking out for this situation, made aware to them by the police report, I think that they should have been suspicious of them walking close behind me. They were not. It would appear that they were too suspicious of that white man walking around with that hoodie on his head. Looks ironic, doesn't it? These are the 3 circumstances, among others, in my life. These 3 happened to me on my predominantly black neighborhood. but I still love many people. And I am still here living on the same street, hoping to help change the circumstances that surround each and every one of us in the inner city. All of us should help make a change in their streets for the better, for all of us. Please tell your friends about this. I'll be back with another video called Who's Responsible for the Shooting Deaths? Okay? Hopefully that'll be sometime tonight. Hopefully. I think it will. Okay, this is Joe Hakun. Tune into YouTube, JOEHAKUN. My email address is joehakun@gmail.com. Whoever watches this, sees this, tell your friends to tune into it. It will be, of course, not live, but it'll be on tape. Thank you.